Odysseus, the great tactician, answered, Alcinous, king and admiration of men, there is a time for storytelling, there is also a time for sleep. But even so, if, indeed, listening be still your pleasure, I must not grudge my part. Other and sadder tales there are to tell of my companions, of some who came through all the Trojan spears, clangor and groan of war, only to find a brutal death at home, and a bad wife behind it. After Persephone, icy and pale, dispersed the shades of women, the soul of Agamemnon, son of Atreus, came before me, sombre in the gloom, and others gathered round all who were with him when death and doom struck in Aegisthus' hall. Sipping the black blood, the tall shade perceived me, and cried out sharply, breaking into tears, then tried to stretch his hands toward me, but could not, being bereft of all the reach and power he once felt in the great torque of his arms. Gazing at him and stirred, I wept for pity, and spoke across to him. O son of Atreus, illustrious Lord Marshal Agamemnon, what was the doom that brought you low in death? Were you at sea aboard ship, and Poseidon blew up a wicked squall to send you under? Or were you cattle raiding on the mainland, or in a fight for some strong point? Or woman, when the foe hit you to your mortal hurt? But he replied at once, son of Laertes, Odysseus, master of landways and seaways, neither did I go down with some good ship in any gale Poseidon blew, nor die upon the mainland, hurt by foes in battle. It was Aegisthus who designed my death, he and my heartless wife, and killed me after feeding me, like an ox felled at the trough. That was my miserable end, and with me my fellows butchered, like so many swine killed for some troop, or feast, or wedding banquet, in a great landholder's household. In your day you have seen men in hundreds die in war, in the bloody press, or downed in single combat, but these were murders you would catch your breath at. Think of us fallen, all our throats cut, wine bowl brimming, tables laden on every side, while blood ran smoking over the whole floor. In my extremity I heard Cassandra, Priam's daughter, piteously crying as the traitorous Clytemnestra made to kill her along with me. I heaved up from the ground and got my hands around the blade, but she eluded me, that whore, nor would she close my two eyes as my soul swam to the underworld, or shut my lips. There is no being more fell, more bestial than a wife in such an action, and what an action that one planned. The murder of her husband and her lord. Great God, I thought my children and my slaves at least would give me welcome. But that woman, plotting a thing so low, defiled herself and all her sex, all women yet to come, even those few who may be virtuous. He paused then, and I answered, foul and dreadful, that was the way that Zeus, who views the wide world, vented his hatred on the sons of Atreus. Intrigues of women, even from the start. Myriads died by Helen's fault, and Clytemnestra plotted against you half the world away. And he at once said, let it be a warning even to you, indulge a woman never, and never tell her all you know. Some things a man may tell, some he should cover up. Not that I see a risk for you, Odysseus, of death at your wife's hands. She is too wise, too clear-eyed, sees alternatives too well. Penelope, Icarios' daughter, That young bride whom we left behind, think of it, when we sailed off to war, the baby boy still cradled at her breast. Now he must be a grown man and a lucky one. By heaven, you'll see him yet, and he'll embrace his father with old-fashioned respect, and rightly,